I have two different videos that both are kind of this hot mic, hidden camera, or unexpected catching of a moment. Both pretty embarrassing for Trump, but on two completely different fronts. Starting with this stunning video where the Albanian prime minister is talking to the French president Macron, and the Azerbaijan president is also there. And you might remember, probably before I show you this, I should remind you that Trump has been very confused about what peace agreements he thinks that he facilitated.
To think that we settled Azerbaijan and Albania as an example, it was going on for years. It was never going to be settled. If you remember, the prime minister and the president.
So then the Albanian prime minister goes up to Macron with the Azerbaijan leader, president as well, and is mocking Trump for this, because what he's actually trying to refer to is Azerbaijan, not Azerbaijan, and Armenia, not Albania. It's a mess. It's just a mess. And so they come up to sort of laugh at him.
You should make an apology to us, because you didn't congratulate us for the peace deal that President Trump made between Albania and Azerbaijan.
I'm sorry for that, guy.
Yeah. So, and he worked very hard. He worked very hard. We had 500.
What other world leader other than Macron, after talking with someone, would pat their cheek? Look at this.
He worked very hard. We had
Stop it. Come here. Give me a little. Okay, good. Yes. Funny. So he goes, you didn't congratulate me, Emmanuel, or us on our peace agreement between Azerbaijan and Albania, which is very confusing if you know anything about geography. But yeah, Trump has said this many times.
And the fact that that one's not settled. To think that we settled Azerbaijan and Albania as an example. It was going on for years. It was never.
Keir Starmer's like, don't smile. And just to fact check, because what is that? Why does he keep repeating that? Because it's a part of his broader, I've ended 7 wars. And Zateo did a good debunking of this. Mehdi Hassan said, debunk Trump's absurd claim that he ended 7 wars. And if you'll throw us up, Jaden, asleep at the wheel. Just to go through them. These are what they claim. Okay, Cambodia and Thailand were at war, and Trump did indeed help secure a ceasefire. But the two countries have accused each other of ceasefire violations ever since, so Trump didn't quite end the war or address the root cause of the conflict. That's the first one. Kosovo and Serbia were never at war. No shots were fired, no bombs were dropped, no territory was seized, so Trump didn't end that war, as there was no war to begin with. Congo and Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda have been at war for decades, a brutal and vicious war, but their conflict still isn't over. And this we've examined as well. In June, the two countries signed a peace agreement in the White House that Trump called a glorious triumph, but it did not include the Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group responsible for so much of the violence. According to the UN, more than 300 civilians, including women and children, were killed in the DRC in July alone, so Trump did not end that war. Pakistan and India, we've gone over a bunch. Pakistan just trying to get into Trump's good graces by being like, no, you did. You made this happen, bro. And trying to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. But India's like, he did nothing. Hey, he didn't do anything. He wasn't involved. And I remember at the time, that is true, that he wasn't. Pakistan and India did not have, or they did have a 4-day conflict in May, which came to an end with a ceasefire. While Pakistan credited Trump, India repeatedly rejected that claim. So Trump can't take credit for ending that war. Israel and Iran, that's kind of a strange one to like, obviously he bombed the nuclear sites in Iran, but then to be like, oh, I ended the war. Israel and Iran were at war for 12 days in June. Trump may have pressured the two sides into a ceasefire, but he also is the person who, as one Israeli official put it, to Axios gave a clear U.S. green light to attack to Israel to attack the Islamic Republic in the first place. Trump not only blessed Israel's bombing Iran, but he then bombed Iran himself. So how on earth does he get credit for ending a war he helped start and then participated in? And then Egypt and Ethiopia. Egypt and Ethiopia, yes, have a long-standing dispute over a dam on the Nile River, but no, the two countries are not at war. Again, no shots were fired, no bombs were dropped, no territory was seized. Oh, and their water dispute remains unsolved. So there's some of these where you would say, all right, there is a step towards peace. And hey, the fact that Israel and Iran aren't technically at war right now, okay, good. But the Azerbaijan and Armenia one, I think is maybe we say also good. But the way he's stating this as 7 wars ending is just totally wrong. And I think if every president did classified wars ending the way he does, they'd all be able to rack this up because, yeah, conflicts flare up, disputes happen about borders. And if every time tension slightly went down, even if the underlying conflict is still remaining, you took credit for ending a war, then every president could have this long list of accomplishments the way that he words it. And then Armenia and Azerbaijan have been a decades-long war, and Trump does deserve credit for bringing the two leaders of these two countries to the White House in August to sign a peace deal. However, neither side has since ratified that peace deal, and Azerbaijan continues to insist that Armenia amend its constitution to remove references to the disputed region, which would almost certainly be rejected by Armenian voters. So Trump has maybe ended the war between these two nations, but then again, maybe he hasn't. Also, the president of peace has since confused the countries that he's taking credit for. So it's not that there's, with the U.S. government in its role on the world stage, there are going to be things that are positive developments that I'd be fine with Trump taking credit for during his years in office, for sure. But to run around and say you've ended 7 wars when that's nowhere close to the truth, and most of what we just went through are things that haven't even been fully resolved, is another lie. And I think it should be described as that. Then we get to the other little hot mic caught on video moment, which is Mike Johnson being confronted by a Democrat, Madeline Dean. And you can tell he doesn't think he's on video, and he kind of agrees with her about Trump being unhinged. Not overtly, but listen to what he said.
The president is unhinged. He is unwell. What are you doing?
A lot of folks on your side are too. I don't control.
Oh my God, please.
A lot of folks on your side are too, and I don't control him about Trump. And the whole time he's nodding along. Podcast listener, I'll describe. Let me play that again. So you're agreeing he's unhinged then?
The president is unhinged. He is unwell. What are you doing?
A lot of folks on your side are too. I don't control.
Oh my God, please. That performance in front of the generals, that
I didn't see it.
is so dangerous. You know I serve on Foreign Affairs and Appropriations. This is a collision of those two things. Our allies are looking elsewhere. Our enemies are laughing.
I just left
you
the
have a
speaker's
president
side.
who is, you have a president who is unwell.
How about the tweet last night with Hakeem and Schumer?
It wasn't my style.
Not your style.
It wasn't my style, he says about the Hakeem Jeffries video. That's pretty interesting, because he rarely admits that, but his defense, and this is, I'm so sick of this one. When they don't want to defend Trump, they go, oh, I haven't seen that. And so they got asked about Trump's wild speech in front of generals, and Mike Johnson goes, oh, I haven't seen that. Okay, we'll see it, and then come back and tell me what you think. And always Republicans go on the air and they go, did you see that Trump posted a video calling for every single golden retriever puppy to be murdered? And they go, oh, no, I haven't seen that, but you're probably mischaracterizing him. And then what bothers me is reporters never then, like 2 weeks later, have the same guest on and go, all right, now the video. But I guess they'll just keep going, I still haven't seen it. You didn't watch this unprecedented speech in front of all of our top military leaders? That's strange, Mike. Mike Johnson caught on mic accidentally admitting Trump's unhinged. Well, that's what we just watched. Why did I have that? And look, he deployed the same strategy in this interview.
As Speaker of the House, do you believe it's appropriate to use American cities as training grounds for the U.S. military, calling those people in the American cities the enemy within? I'm asking you, as Speaker of the House, do you think that's appropriate?
I'm not going to comment on your characterization of what the president said. I didn't get to see that speech because I was a little busy yesterday. Well, you can take his quotes out of context, which you often do, and I don't think that's fair to the
That is what he said, but okay. So there he goes. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it. Okay, what about him posting about medbed conspiracies? No, I didn't see that. Okay, what about him saying that he grabs women by the crotch because he's a star? No, I didn't. Did that just come out? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. What about him denying the 2020 election results? Oh, did he? I can't respond because I haven't seen that. It's tiring. It's really, really tiring, but that's what you say when you can't defend them.